So I was just doing a little bit of research for a video that we've just filmed on some nice kind of low ABV, like easier alternatives to martinis, which you can watch here if you haven't seen it yet. And while I was having a look through those, I came across the wine julep. So basically, instead of, you know, bourbon whiskey julep, which obviously you have a couple of in the middle of the day and you have to have a nap, this actually uses wine. Now I have to say my own little kind of personal guilty pleasure is like a real big oaky buttery Chardonnay. I know it's not to a lot of people's taste, but I did have one that I got a couple of days ago, and to be honest, I'd already had a couple of drinks and just wanted something pretty cheap and easy and fun to drink while I was watching some reality TV at home. But I still had this in the fridge, so it's a couple of days old. But what's kind of nice about this is obviously you're serving it on crushed ice, you've got a little peach liqueur in there, so sort of a good way to use up maybe some wine that's a little past its best, still okay to drink, but not maybe kind of, quite what it should be. The original version of this was actually made by Alex Day at Death & Co, and he used Albarino, which is a really bright, zippy, fresh wine made both in Spain and Portugal. I like the Chardonnay, especially one that's oaked, because it almost has some of those same flavors that you get from, you know, whiskey, which is aged in oak as well. So you get, you know, some kind of like vanillas and sort of creaminess, and it just holds up quite well. Definitely don't have to use anything fancy for this. I think this bottle was about $13, which in Australia is very cheap. And we're just gonna go in with 90 mils, 3 ounces of that. I did wear my little kind of like wine mum caftan for this. I feel like I'm really channeling a whole persona here. And then we are gonna go in with some peach liqueur. So again, works well with Chardonnay or kind of any wines that have that sort of stone fruit character to them already. So just a little bit, little 10 mils, and that just adds a bit of viscosity as well to help it all stand up against the crushed ice. And then just as a normal julep, we're gonna go in with some sort of shardy crushed ice sort of situation here. Now before anyone points out, I know this is technically a mule cup, not a julep cup, but it's what I had to hand and it's close enough, you know? I actually have to crush a bit more ice here. So I'm just wrapping it in a nice clean chucks or tea towel works, and then using the bottom of my ice pick to whack it, or a rolling pin, whatever you have to hand, a nice heavy muddler. So it doesn't have to be all the way crushed, and actually the odd big block's gonna be kind of good to just make it dilute a little less quickly. So I'm gonna pop one big one in. Then want a little kind of short spoon. I've actually got this one which is a little, short straw, but I've got this one which is a little spoon as well. And then big whack of mint as well, which is just gonna kind of lighten this up and freshen it and make it a real nice afternoon sort of picnicky drink. It's just gonna go in here like this. So light and fresh, obviously, just super easy. Probably gonna drink this too quickly, to be honest. But yeah, it has that nice kind of richness from the oaky Chardonnay, lovely stone fruit, but still really kind of bright and lifted with all the mint there. So super easy little treat yourself drink, the wine julep. So now you know.